Hey, welcome to Denver. We're at GeoWeek 2026. I'm here with Ryan Alimo from Opal AI.
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
How you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Great. It's good to be here, as always. Tell us about Opal AI. What do you guys do?
Yeah, we are building a new generation of AI systems for physical world. So we are building this platform that can take different remote sensing data, such as the street view, like what the sensors you have from Mosaic, as well as the satellite data from NASA and drone data, and integrate all of that to create decisions and also help different organizations such as utility companies, city planning, Department of Transportation, and also fire agencies to make insightful decisions on the wildfire industry as well as transportation and urban intelligence.
So we first met, you were doing some data collection around the wildfires in the
Yes.
LA area.
Yes.
You were using one of our camera systems to do that. Can you tell us about how that happened, what you did, and who you did it for? And
Yes. So we are collaborating with NASA. So NASA is our investor and also partner. And during that, we used Mosaic X, one of your best hardware, to capture some of the data set, as well as after the Eaton fire, in collaboration with UCLA, we wanted to evaluate how the disasters, affect that neighborhood and what are the damages. So we drove around, we captured the LiDAR imagery as well as the panoramic imagery with the Mosaic, which is one of the state-of-the-art best hardware in this area, and we are happy to work with you and work with the hardware in that to create a digital twin of the environment. So one thing that is important in your solutions is when we talk about the remote sensing, you can think about it as scalability as well as resolution. So remote sensing data like satellite data from Landsat or lots of other commercial satellites are very scalable, but the resolution is low. When it comes to the street view, the resolution is high, and somehow, you see, this is not scalable. You cannot map the entire Los Angeles in a day or two, which you can do it with a drone or with an airplane and a satellite. So the invention that is happening in the industry, and Opal AI is also contributing to that, is how we can make the solution both scalable and with a high resolution. And the multimodality comes in, and when you have a Mosaic X, combine that data with the satellite data from NASA and other EO provider, like Earth observation and also drone imagery provider, suddenly you are both scalable and you have a high resolution. And that's the magic that is happening in the industry. And that's where the AI is contributing the most to make that happen, which is a very exciting time to be in the AI industry.
It is. So you have satellite data, you have aerial data. What kind of data does that get that you need, and where does the terrestrial ground-based imagery fit in, and what do you see on the ground-based imagery that you can't see on the aerial imagery?
So let me answer your second question first. What we see in the street view that we cannot see it on the aerial. We work with Department of Transportation, and there is a complete street AI initiative that requires to identify the status of the sidewalk, the bicyclist path, and all of these, flaws that are happening for vulnerable users, ADA compliancy. That is going to be very hard to capture from even a drone view and also a satellite view. And in that scenario, it's very useful to have such a hardware like Mosaic X and the LiDAR associated with that to get the geometry very accurately. In addition to that, high resolution about the status and condition of the assets. How this is going to be helpful and how it's going to be ingested to overall pipeline. Once you have these data, you can create a digital twin. Once you create a digital twin, you can give it to the simulator, scenario modeling, which we are building with our partners at UCLA and also NASA to simulate different scenarios. In the wildfire situation, we are simulating how the effect of the wildfire is and what are the risks in different areas. In the case of the urban intelligence, we are simulating the traffic and how it's going to affect, if you add a bike lane, how it's going to affect the parking and the traffic flow. And that's going to be critical to get the data from the street view, which you're going to have a hard time understanding that from the satellite view and from the even drone view imageries.
How do you see the role of AI in general moving forward? We have this sort of idea that in the next 2 or 3 years, something crazy is going to happen. We're going to have some incredible breakthroughs. So how does that fit in with what you guys are doing, who are already very heavily involved in AI?
I think it's the best time to be alive right now because AI is accelerating so fast. We are seeing these transformative technologies that are coming in. One thing that is missing and is going to happen, as you mentioned, Jeffrey, in the next maybe 2 to 3 years is how the AI is going to come to the real world environment and how it's going to affect the physical world. And that's where your, I think, hardware is going to be very handy, and also creating this high resolution data set is going to be very helpful to make that vision happen. So what I see there, the AI comes in, we see the robotics, is coming out, right? So it's a next generation, next wave that is coming in to the real world and real industries. But one thing that is underestimated is the role of the physical AI, which is the AI that is going to be helpful for infrastructure management, for disaster management, for the people who are actively working in the area of public safety, as well as for the society and the overall people like us, and how it would affect our daily lives. And government is an agency or a place that makes a lot of these things happen. A lot of these changes, good things happen. And with adaptation of this physical AI into the government, we're going to see our lives is going to improve a lot. So there is a book called 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, and he talked about a lot. We were thinking the world is going to change significantly, when we grow up, when we're young.
Yeah.
And that moment is happening thanks to the adaptation of the physical AI systems. And I am very excited for your team and you and all of your users that you're building such a great hardware that it can contribute to that initiative and changing their world for better.
Yeah, it all comes back to needing actual data, and you need actual data to run this AI and to understand things better. So yeah, we're happy to be part of the act of capturing this source data that is necessary for us to get this understanding.
And we will be that partner to get those captured data, give the intelligence, and give the very good understanding to the end user that how they can use it and get the most out of it. Because raw data is not that useful when people don't use it.
Right.
And then it's going to go knowledge and then the decision. So we're going to make that pipeline in collaboration with Mosaic and you.
Nice. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what you build next.
Thank you. Likewise. Thanks.